see my wee kids. So, hello. This one's pre-recorded, so I'm not going to do a catch-up with me because this one won't go out until Sunday the 22nd of December, and it's the first of the Christmas episodes, which is why I've got my wee cards, because I'm out and about and I will forget what I came out to talk about. So I came down, I thought I was having a good idea coming down to a nice wee church with a graveyard and everything else and out in the cold, and it's went wrong because it's too dark. I thought there was a bit more light in here. I have brought lights, but they're not powerful enough for what I wanted to do. But anyway, that's the reason why I'm out in the dark. Also, by the time this goes out, my son will be 18. I've been telling you for about 2 months he's going to be 18 soon, and he'll be 18 yesterday. But it's like the future to me, so I feel like Doc for Back to the Future at the minute. I'm also at the canal, which there's cars, and I'm feared because I think somebody's going to come and steal me, and I don't know whether it's going to be a ghost or whether it's going to be the wee man in his van down there. So, and Tracy, who's got the camera, is laughing at me because I don't know what I've done, but she's laughing anyway. So the whole point of me coming out and doing this outside in the middle of winter, December, in the cold, at night, foggiest day so far we've had, and probably one of the coldest, because when I came out it was about -3, -4, is to remind us all that some people don't have a roof over their head, some people don't have any heating. Everybody, all as parents, are all too busy worrying about getting all our Christmas presents in. We're getting our Christmas meal in, whether it be turkey or whether it be a vegetarian meal or whatever it is you're making. We're all making plans to do that just now, and there's so many people living on the streets, don't have any heating, they don't even have somewhere to get washed, they can't guarantee they're going to get 1 meal a day, let alone 3 meals a day. So me being out in the cold for an hour is nothing compared to what the poor souls are going through. And yeah, there is some people that choose to be on the streets because they feel safer, because that's what they've known for a long time, but there's a lot of people that don't. And there's also families that are homeless, whether it be they might have a roof over their head, but they don't know where they'll be next week, they don't know where they'll be next month, because they don't get a choice of where they're going to go. So you've got that to think about, but as well you've got people that are feeling lonely just now because they might have left a certain type of relationship. They might have lost a loved one, which was part of the reason why we were going to do it in the graveyard, but Tracy's too scared. She thinks Casper's coming for her, and Casper's friendly, but Casper's away up there and it's very dark, and for us I've got 2 ring lights and a light on my camera. It's not enough to get away all the... And what if a bat comes and gets us? The only reason I'm thinking about a bat is because my dad's in Australia just now. I told you this last week. I just think he's very rude going to Australia. But he sent me a video of bats flying about and everything else, and one landed in his veranda. Remember I taught you what a veranda was last week? Landed in his veranda. I'm not taking a bat home with me. No, sorry, not for me. So we've spoke about the homeless, and that's, I've only just touched on it, and now we'll probably go back to it. You've got wee kiddies, adults, everybody that might be in hospital over Christmas. I've experienced that before with my youngest, because my youngest always seems to end up in hospital for everything. If you ask him, he catches everything going. When he was 5, I think, 4, I think it was 2010, he ended up in hospital over Christmas. No, it was his own fault. It was his own fault because he was only meant to go in for day surgery, but he decided to find a wee suite in the back of the car on the way into the hospital. He was meant to go in with an empty stomach. Never went to surgery until 5 o'clock at night, so he never got it. So that's his fault, that wasn't my fault. So yeah, we did experience, and to be fair, the staff on the wards are amazing at Christmas, and especially in the kids' hospitals, because Santa comes round and they make it so special for them, but it's still not the same as being in their own house. So just think how lucky you are when you have got everybody healthy and happy round about you. And Tracy's making me scared because she's looking at something, so if yous are all my witnesses, if this camera doesn't get stolen, we get stole. Phone the police. Anyway, I am rambling. So yeah, you've got the kids that are in hospital. You've got people that have lost loved ones. Like I said, that was the reason why we came here. We were going to come down. I was coming to find my wee granny. I mean, she isn't here, she's in a cupboard in my house. But I was coming to find my wee granny because I had a dream last night that I moved in with my gran. My gran died 2 years ago. I moved in with my gran. She had a 3-4 bedroom house. She just moved in. Me and my boys moved in. I don't know where I get the ideas because she don't stay in a wee flat, 2 bedroom, the same as me. But anyway, I think my gran's bringing me a house for Christmas. The up above. People that have lost loved ones, they are going to be grieving. They're going to be reminded who's not there. We're all going to be reminded who's not there because regardless of whether it was like last week, last year, 10 years ago, there's always somebody somebody's lost. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to different ways how you can kind of help, how you can remember them, how you can still have them as part of Christmas. It's all about thinking outside the box, which is what I say to you about everything. But before we go on to any of that, I am currently getting all my podcasts in order for use for Christmas. So remember that from the 22nd, so today for you, 2 weeks for me, something like that. It's 7 a.m. every morning up until the 5th of January, I think it is, whatever the Sunday is after New Year. There'll be one out every day at 7 a.m. Then on the Wednesday they'll go back to 7 p.m. So that's that. I should hopefully have finished my Christmas shopping, and if I haven't, then yes, I will be stressing out on Christmas Eve. But you know what? I'm skint. I'm skint every year, but I'm really skint this year because we all are. It's the cost of living. Everything's went up, everything's changed. Kids are getting older. Got a son who's 18 this year. So it's not me saying, oh my God, I'm skint. Who are me? It's me saying we're all in the same boat and we all just need to do what we can do and not get stressed. We need to stop getting stressed because do you know what? The kids are always happy with whatever they've got. And that's the most important. The most important thing is we're all together and we're all happy and healthy. And if you bring your kids up right and you teach them things like that, they'll be happy with whatever you get them. I'm still today, not your today, my today. I'm going to confuse all yours now, aren't I? My today, not your today, but maybe still your today. My son's still not told me what he wants for Christmas. Listen, he'll be getting a lump of bloody coal at this rate. So, said to you at the beginning, the whole reason that I'm doing the podcast here, this one, is primarily about the homeless. How can you help the homeless at this time of year? Donate, go down, you've got all these charities that maybe hand out food at Christmas. You could be handing out food at Christmas. You could be giving them something warm like a sleeping bag, socks, gloves. You can go into the pound shop, a wee pair of gloves at £1, £2, a couple of pairs of socks, something like that. You could go to one of the soup kitchens. I don't know if that's what they're called anymore. The places that they get, is it still a soup kitchen? Tracy's nodding at the back. I think she's scared to talk. She doesn't want to be on camera. So you can go down and you can hand out, but it's not even just about handing out the food. Giving them conversation, giving them your time of day. I would love to be able to do it, but my mum, as you all know, had whatever she had this year. Listen, Helen's Helen, but apparently I'm doing all the cooking this year, which I'm not impressed with that. And nobody ever likes my cooking, but hey ho, if they get food poisoning, they get food poisoning, and that's not on me. If I was to go and work in a soup kitchen, I'd be having to hand out the soup, the dinner, and no cook it. Or I would just give you my chat because my chat's fantastic. I'm sorry, but it is. And if anybody wants to deny that, then that's on you. That's your problem, not mine. I had somebody come up to me the other day in Asda. You'll know this person, I'll tell you later. And say to me, oh, I've been listening to your podcast. And I was like, thanks very much. And she says, you've got one of the voices. And I went, what, that you want to shut up? And she went, no, it's a Carmen voice. And I thought, you're listening to the right podcast, that wasn't me. So I'm not sure I've got a calming voice, but anyway, she seems to think so, so thanks. You know who you are. Right, we've done the whole, the help the homeless, and it doesn't have to be on Christmas Day. It can be on Christmas Day if you want. Go down on Christmas Eve. You could take them a wee flask down, because there'll be places they can maybe go and get some hot water or whatever else to keep in the flask. Take them a hot water bottle down that they can put under their jacket, under their jumper, whatever it may be, in their sleeping bag to keep them warmer for longer. There's all these different things. Again, thinking outside the box. It could be if, say for example, your husband or your wife or whatever normally spends £500 on you, ask them to spend £450 and go and buy a couple of things for the homeless. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might have everything that you already need, already want, and if you can't think of a present, then that could be a nice wee present is to donate to somebody. Tracy, you're freaking me out. Oh, there's lights, there's somebody in there.
I think it's joggers.
They're at the other side. Oh, they're at the side I used to go to when I was 15 to get drunk. The other side of the canal's what we're talking about. Anyway, so loved ones and friends that are no longer with us, how can you kind of remember them? How can you do something for them? One could be, the obvious one is go to the graveyard if they've been buried. If their ashes have been scattered, maybe go to where you've scattered the ashes. If you're like my granny, you're still sitting in my cupboard. I'll not fit in the cupboard beside her, but we could bring her out and sit her on the table. But you could go to a place that the two of you, or all of you, whoever it may be, used to go. So say for example a group of friends, and you all maybe used to go to a certain park or a certain whatever, like this, we're down the canal. It could be somewhere like that. You maybe used to go a walk and have a wee chatter. You could still do that on Christmas Day. You and the couple of friends all go, or you and your family all go to a certain place. You might go and see, like in Glasgow, I don't know about other places, but in Glasgow we've got a lot of murals around sort of buildings in Glasgow, and there's always one that everybody likes. So you could maybe go to that or something like that. It's just ideas. You could set the photo on your table, you could write something out, you could wear a top that was their favourite top, there's all these different things. Put the favourite film on, put the favourite song on, and just remember them. Everybody tells stories about the person, and that's how to keep them alive, is by telling stories. You're never going to forget somebody if everybody's talking about them. The worst thing you can do is not talk about somebody that's not here anymore, because that's how their memory dies, which is a shame. But I know it is hard for some people. It is hard, especially when it's still fresh, when it's still new. It's very hard. My fingers are, I don't know what colour my fingers are. They're freezing. And when it's still fresh, especially if it's just before Christmas somebody's passed, or the sort of weeks leading up to it, it will be hard for you. So maybe that the first year, you just sit and talk or whatever else, put a photo out, go to the graveyard. But then years after that, you could do something that make it a tradition. Too many noises. This whole podcast, I'm going to be sitting going like that. My wee hair will be flapping about the place. I keep telling you all I'm a certain age. Somewhere between 40 and 50, and I'm not 46 and I'm not 44, right? We'll not say the number. You can guess. And as you go older, you realise that it's not the presents you're getting. It's the people that are still here. The amount of friends I've had that have passed away this year, last year. Like one of my friends from school, his mum's just passed, so it's going to be a hard Christmas for them. And you think about their kids, especially when it's somebody, I mean, I know I'm not young because my sons keep telling me how ancient am I. But I'm also not old. I'm not as old as Tracy. She's 10 years older than me, just to say. But the people that I know that are passing in my age have still got kids that are still growing up, and it breaks your heart to think that their kiddies they're not going to see certain parts of their kids growing up. It is very sad. So be grateful for what you've got, be grateful for who you've got, and cherish the moments. Take lots of pictures, take lots of videos, have a laugh, play the daft games that the kids want to play, even though you don't want to play them. Like every year I pull out board games. They used to like the board games, they don't like them as much anymore. They get forced to do them. they get forced to pull the Christmas crackers. They don't want to pull the Christmas crackers probably, but they're getting forced to do it. And this year I've got Christmas crackers where it's a wee musical instrument, a wee sort of whistle fluty thing. And I don't know, I think everybody's got a certain note on their thing, and you've all got to play a song together. This has got to be murder bowlers, because everybody's got to start fighting. I've got that note, no, I've got that note, and I don't know what song we'll end up playing, but anyway, I'll record it for you and give you a laugh. What was I can't read because it's... So I've already said this, but gifts and money aren't the most important things. Like, yeah, it's nice to gift to somebody, it's nice to see people's faces light up and everything else, and that's fantastic, but it's not the most important thing. So if you don't have the money to get your child whatever they're wanting, sit them down, obviously depending what age they are, sit them down and talk. I think I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, about look at second hand, don't think it as second hand, think of it as recycling. Everybody's all big for the recycling and watching the... Sorry, I just seen a white thing sticking out and I thought somebody was hiding it, but it's a bit of wool. Sorry. This is like the blind leading the blind. I tell you, I was scared stiff. We're like, oh, Casper. Casper's a friendly one, isn't he? Yeah.
I hope.
I will hope so. Listen, see if you want to tamper me, as long as the tampers with me in the right ways, that's what I've got to say. No Casper, because Casper's just a wee bit a different one. Yeah, look at the recycling, the second hand, however you want to phrase it. If your child wants a PlayStation 4, go and buy a second hand PlayStation 4 if it's a quarter of the price or a fraction of the price. Go buy that second hand game that you're going to get for £10 instead of £50. Go buy the clothes out the charity shop. They're washed, they're clean. Charity shops never ever take in anything that isn't going to be of use to somebody down the line. There's loads and loads. You've got charity shops that sell furniture. Say, for example, your child wants a desk for their computer. Charity shops sell things like that. Do not stress yourself out for one day. Just always remember that it's one day, and one day that comes round every single year. So if you can't get it this year, or you do manage to get it but it's scrimped and scraped you, try and save up the next year. Now I say this every year, I need to take my own advice, because I bought one of these big bottles that you throw your change in, and I did do it one year and only done it for a few weeks, threw my change in. I don't know how long I done it, probably a couple of months. And I ended up with about £100 in it, which bought a good couple of presents. So throwing your change in a tub or whatever, like a wee Tupperware dish or whatever you've got lying about, a bowl, it can add up. It really does add up. I think my mum does it. She throws her change in some tub and then she takes it up to Asda and throws it in that wee machine. And sometimes it can buy your shopping. Loneliness is a big one as well. And again, if you're feeling lonely on Christmas Day, so there's different reasons for feeling lonely. So you can feel lonely because you are alone, you're on your own that day. Again, go and look at... Oh, there's that white van back to get us.
I was like, it's a different one.
The white van man, remember you used to hear about that at school?
Shut up.
Oh, the clowns are going to jump out the back of the van. Sorry if I've triggered anybody. It's just a wee joke. I mean, it's a wee joke. Oh no, there's two.
They're all coming.
I think it might be a wee something going on. Somebody's having an affair, I think. What was I saying? A loneliness. So there's different types of loneliness. You've got loneliness because you're on your own. And if that's the case, again, you could go and donate your time. Go and help out at a soup kitchen. Go and do something. Or, have you got a friend that's maybe lonely as well? The two of you could team up and be together for a meal. Tracy's eyeballing these people, which is giving me the fear. By the way, Tracy's my neighbour, but she's not that neighbour. If you know, you know. If you've listened to earlier on podcasts, you will know what neighbour I'm talking about, and Tracy definitely isn't that neighbour. But then you've got the loneliness because a person's in a certain type of relationship. Are you recording me or are you recording me?
You.
I'm worried that you're recording me for evidence. My poor wee car's done there. Yeah, You've got loneliness because somebody's in a certain type of relationship that isn't very nice and they feel alone, they feel trapped and whatever. And if you are in that type of relationship and you want out, reach out. Or if you just want somebody to offload to, reach out, message this page in full confidence. No one will ever know. I can give you my number, you can give me your number, either or, and we can talk through your situation and we can talk through anything that you want to do going forward. If you don't want to do anything going forward, that's absolutely fine. That's your decision to make. If you do want to do something, I can get you in touch with the right people. Also remember that I am a qualified counsellor and I do have a private clinic. It's not just me saying, just message me and I'll help you. This is me doing it professionally, put it that way. You've got people that are lonely because their kids are grown up, their kids have got married, they've started having their kids, they may be going to their in-laws and maybe just deciding they just want to be in the house with their wife, their husband, their partner, their children, and they don't want to be in the thrust of it all. And then you're maybe just at home, just you and your husband, or just you yourself, and you're feeling lonely because it's quiet and it's not the hustle and bustle. So again, what can you do? Think of something that you can do together. Again, board games. Everybody loves a board game, and there's a board game out there for every age, every genre. You've got DVDs. What kind of films do you like? Or do you like comedy? Do you like? I've started watching from now. Some of you won't be old enough to remember this, but I do. What's it called? I was going to say Last of the Summer Wings, but it's not Last of the Summer Wings. Some mothers do have them. With Frank Spencer, I've started watching that again because that's what I remember. That's a comedy I remember from when I was young, and I just think it's brilliant. So things like that, and you can set if you've got like Sky or Virgin or I don't know your what's the wee dongly things called, the Fire Stick. If you get anything like that, you might be able to search it up, and if not, you can normally get it on a DVD. Sorry, we're moving. I mean, that was a bit rude.
I know.
He came at the wrong time.
I think he's got dead bodies.
Oh no, come on. As long as it's from Aggie, I'm not going to voice there. Right, so what was I saying? Yeah, so think of something that you might have enjoyed when you were younger. Together, you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your partner, whoever it might be, you and your friends, and you could do something like that. I know there's not many places opened on Christmas Day, but you might find somewhere. Listen, if you're religious, go to your church, go to your chapel, go and speak to, there'll be people there, and that can be a wee bit of company, even if it's only for that half an hour during the service and then a wee 10-minute chat after it, still a wee bit of company on that day. You can phone people, like nobody's going to not answer the phone to you. There's 1,001 ways, and again, if you're feeling lonely and you're worried about, you're stressing yourself out about coming up to Christmas, message me and we can have a wee chat through it. All your friends and family that you might be missing that are still here, but they live far, far away. I mean, my dad lives in England, although he is the other side of the world just now, so I don't see my dad at Christmas. I never used to years and years ago before he moved down south, but I don't see my dad at Christmas anymore, but I always phone him. We always phone, we always talk. Again, technology's all changed now. You can see them, but not be with them, because you can do a video call. If you've got Facebook, then you can do a video call on Messenger. If you've got WhatsApp, do a video call on that. If you've not got any of them, you could download Zoom. You could download WhatsApp if you've got a mobile phone. If you've not got a mobile phone, you've only got a laptop or a tablet, download Zoom. There's all these different ways of doing it again, and there's no, Zoom does have a set time limit. I think your maximum without paying for Zoom is 40 minutes, and then after that you would need to pay for it, and to be honest, it's not worth it unless you're using it like for a business or anything, because it's almost £20 a month, and keep your £20 a month, honestly. Showing kindness and showing love to people that don't have anything, and again, not just people that have got.
Stand back there, get a wee blue bit on it. You'll need to move out a wee bit because there's a wee blue bit showing up.
Alright.
Aye, that's better, it's there.
I thought she told me there was a mouse there. I'm nearly bloody jobbing my pants. And if you're not Scottish, you need to Google that word. I'm not telling you what it is. Showing love and kindness, again, not just to homeless, to anybody. If you're feeling lonely and you're on your own, you could go and spend some time at the hospitals and donate your time to the hospitals. Because again, there's going to be people in there that are lonely. You can show kindness in a million different ways that doesn't cost a penny. And again, sometimes looking outside the box. Not judging others on their beliefs. There's obviously some people that don't celebrate Christmas and they maybe don't understand the big fuss that we make, but we don't understand theirs either, and it's about nobody judging each other, or people that have got money not judging others that don't have the money, and vice versa. Listen, see if somebody's spending more money than you at Christmas on their kids and you think that's god awful, just ignore them. Swipe by it if it's on social media. Don't waste your time and your energy getting angry, because where's it going to get you? Nowhere. It's not going to make any difference to your day, apart from the fact it's going to fester in there and you're just going to get madder and madder and madder about it. And if somebody doesn't have the money and they're spending on their kids, don't be judging them either. That's none of your business. Again, it's not affecting you because they're not taking any money out of your pocket to pay for it. And anybody that comes and says, oh, but they're getting benefits, they're on benefits, that's okay. They may have worked before they went on benefits. They may have other people that have been on that you can still work and be on benefits as well. So, do you know what? Anybody's financial situation is nobody else's business apart from the people that live under their roof. That's my rant. That's my Christmas rant. Hopefully I don't need to rant again. And see if anybody comes at you, tell me. I'll send Tracy to them. None of us are worth a button, I swear to God. The two is, we've not got a hip that works, we've not got a knee that works, my elbows don't work, this shoulder's not working. So good luck is having us as your backup. I've just got this because I knew I would end up forgetting what I was going to talk about because it's so cold. See, I don't smoke anymore. Smoke in the night. Where I've done all that bit right, so we are looking out for others, your neighbours, your wee neighbour next door, your wee, especially elderly ones, leading up to Christmas. Make sure they've got everything in, because we all know there's most shops closed. Obviously you get your wee corner shops and things that will stay open, but they're a bit more expensive and not everybody can afford to go in there. Make sure your neighbours have got everything they need. Make sure, if you've not seen them for a few days, because it is getting cold, it is absolutely freezing. I mean, it has been colder, but some people can't afford heating just now, and especially with our nice government, if you're in the UK, taking away the pensioners' wee heating allowance, so some of them won't be able to put their heating on. So look out for your neighbours and make sure that they're safe. And if you've got a wee spare bowl of soup and they've not got anything, hand in a wee bowl of soup for them if you can. I mean, if you don't like them, don't, because I don't want you putting anything in their soup that you shouldn't be in there. It's just an aeroplane. It's alright. So we're nearly finished. Tracy will be glad to know. We are what's coming up. So, like I said, this is the first of the 2 weeks podcast. I've got the 4 people I think at the minute that are going to be on. One, I've told you, is supposed to be karaoke, but the person who is the main person doing it with me is early pregnancy, just finishing off first trimester, so I need to catch up with her and see if she's still doing it, if she's still feeling fit enough to do it. We have Danielle's coming on. God knows what she's going to talk about, but apparently she's going to give away some of my secrets. I don't think Tracy's coming on, because, well, are you coming on one day? I mean, you don't need to be on camera.
Maybe. There
you go, that you're my witness, she said maybe. I've got a special guest who is, a lot of you might know her from Facebook, some of you might know her from TikTok. She's been a lot bigger on Facebook, and she's been on Facebook for over 10 years, I think. I don't want to say her name just now, but currently I'm recording with her every Thursday, so it'll be like the That's the Thursday before this goes out, isn't it? Aye. So the Thursday before this goes out, Tracy's late, if you say so. Thursday before this goes out, I'm recording with this person. So once it's recorded and it's in the bag, I will say who it is, and I'm really excited. She's very comedic. She sings. She does a bit of everything. This might be a wee clue for some people. She's always on a diet on a Monday, or on a health kick on a Monday. Everything starts on the Monday. So she does well, and then she forgets for a couple of days maybe, and then on the Monday she's going to start again. So yes, she's coming on. Who else? I don't know. Actually, I genuinely don't know who else is coming on, because I've had a few things. The youngest hasn't been well. I wasn't well last week. So I've not finished organising everything. I've got one other person who might be coming on to talk about sort of weight loss, but I don't know if she'll be part of the Christmas one. And we've got Sam. I think I'm recording with Sam this week. That's the girl that I've done the markets with. We're going to talk about market life, because obviously a lot of people will be going to markets over Christmas. And yeah, that's about it. I don't think have I done anything daft this week? I mean, I probably have done something daft this week. I always tell a wee story at the end about Aileen being daft in one of her stories. Just give me a wee second to think. I've not really done anything this week, have I?
No, you behaved yourself. It's only
Oh
Wednesday.
no, right, I'll tell you. Me and Tracy, right, I'll tell you a story about me and Tracy. Tracy's scared now. We went into Asda. When did we go to Asda yesterday? We went to Asda yesterday, and there's a wee guy in Asda. And I hope you're watching this, but he torments the life out of us every time we go in. And you ought to hear the stuff he says to us. He thinks the two is a pair of slackers. And I'll tell you, the two are born again virgins. We've not had it for ages. So he came running up to us yesterday and he's like, what do you two think this is? Do you think this is Ann Summers? So of course I just had to fill him in. Excuse me, I used to work for Ann Summers actually. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, because I remember we signed a wee form to say we wouldn't need to talk about. Anyway, I don't care. Don't work for them anymore. And he was like, oh, so that was him. He was running his hand together and he's like, oh, what's your best story? What's this? What's that? So, yeah. I think that's the daftest thing I've done now. It's not even a daft thing. No, I've not. Because I've been no well for the last week, there's nothing happened. But Danielle has told me that she's going to fill you in some of my stories. I think that wee truck's coming back. But yes, we are finishing up now. So just a reminder, 7 AM for the 2 weeks of Christmas. This guy's doing my head in.
He's reversing as well.
Right, we'll just finish up on this bit. I've got my new pal, watch yourself, because they might reverse into you. So I am, I don't know where he's gone. I don't think he knows where he's gone. So anyway, right, do you know what, I'm going to finish up because he's got to annoy me now. Just want to say thanks to Tracy for braving the cold and coming out. Now you are all my witness that she is going to come on. She can tell us a bit more about the neighbour. No, that neighbour.
Oh, what neighbour? There's
The
a few.
neighbour. The neighbour that puts out the calling card in our back garden, should I say. And do you know what? I actually thought that I was going to need, so you all know I'm a certain age, right? And I think I've told you that at a certain age sometimes you need to wear a wee nappy. I thought I was going to have to put a baby's nappy on the next. I thought I was going to pull my pants down here, but you know what? It's actually been not too bad. Maybe someday when it's not as dark as this, I'll bring you all in and I'll show you exactly where we filmed. But for now, I am going to drop my light. I'll leave it at that, and I will update you all on a few things, but I'll take a few photos and I'll add them into this video and let you see exactly where we've been recording. But I hope you all have a nice Christmas, be safe and be careful. Remember the scammers. Remember, if you're out at Christmas markets, pockets closed, bags inside, jackets, whatever you need to do to stay safe, and don't let anybody steal any of your stuff. Alright, speak soon. Bye bye.